The Art Director's Debrief, The Three Musketeers, Number 2, The Ultimate Job Interview, A Duel with Spies. Hello, and welcome back to the Emotive Archive. In our last debrief, we established our central thesis, that The Three Musketeers is best understood not as a simple adventure story, but as a sophisticated political spy thriller. We declassified the profiles of the key players and the rival intelligence agencies vying for control of 17th century France. Today, we apply this lens to one of the most famous sequences in all of literature, D'Artagnan's fateful first day in Paris. The traditional reading sees his 3 consecutive duel challenges as a series of comical, unfortunate accidents. But in our analysis, we will argue that these encounters are anything but accidental. They are a brutal, high-stakes, and ultimately successful job interview for a young man seeking entry into an elite intelligence service. This is the story of D'Artagnan's final practical exam, a series of tests that assess not just his skill with a sword, but the very fiber of his character, his loyalty, and his potential as a covert operative in a world where a single misstep could mean death. Our story begins in the office of Monsieur de Treville, the formidable captain of the Musketeers. This is not just a captain's office. It is the Situation Room, the heart of the King's intelligence network. It is the nerve center for the faction loyal to the crown, a space where loyalty is rewarded and disloyalty is swiftly punished. D'Artagnan, having lost his letter of introduction, his password, must now prove his worth through words and bearing alone. Treville, a master of reading men, a man who has survived and thrived in the treacherous court of Louis XIII, assesses the young Gascon. He sees the fire in his eyes, the pride in his posture, the quickness of his mind. But he also sees his naivety, his provincial hot-headedness. Treville's initial dismissal of D'Artagnan's request to join the Musketeers immediately is not just a rejection. It is the first part of a subtle, multi-layered test. He is testing the boy's patience and resolve. Can he handle disappointment? Can he follow a chain of command? In the world of espionage, an operative who cannot handle a no, who cannot accept a mission that is not glamorous, is a liability. Treville is looking for resilience, not just raw ambition. By sending D'Artagnan away with a small sum of money and a promise of a place in a lesser academy, he is gauging the young man's character. Will he be discouraged and return to Gascony, proving he lacks the necessary fortitude? Or will his determination grow stronger, proving he has the unwavering commitment required of an agent? This initial interaction is a psychological assessment, a screening process designed to weed out the weak-willed. Treville, like any good intelligence chief, understands that the most important quality in a new recruit is not just skill, but the mental toughness to endure setbacks. But the true test, the practical exam, begins the moment D'Artagnan leaves the office. In his haste and frustration, a state of heightened emotion that makes him vulnerable, he stumbles into the 3 most formidable agents in the service. Let us analyze these encounters not as accidents, but a series of escalating field tests, each designed to assess a different, crucial quality of a field operative. The first is the encounter with Athos. D'Artagnan, rushing down the stairs, bumps into Athos's wounded shoulder. Athos's reaction is a study in aristocratic control. Despite the sharp pain, which we later learn is from a serious wound, his response is one of cold, quiet, almost detached politeness. He challenges D'Artagnan to a duel with a deadly seriousness, but without a trace of personal anger. This is a test of poise under pressure. In the world of espionage, an agent cannot be a hothead who loses control in a moment of physical stress. They must remain composed, analytical, even when provoked or in pain. Athos, the stoic veteran, is assessing D'Artagnan's character. Can he handle a confrontation with a superior with dignity and courage? Does he possess the self-control necessary for covert work? D'Artagnan accepts the duel without hesitation or excessive apology. He has passed the first test. He has shown he can maintain his honor without losing his composure.
The second encounter is with Porthos, the agent who operates through social engineering. D'Artagnan, still running, gets tangled in Porthos's magnificent baldric, inadvertently revealing to the public that its glorious golden front hides a plain, common leather back. He has, in essence, publicly exposed the operational methods of a senior agent, revealing the illusion that Porthos relies on to maintain his status and influence. Porthos's reaction is one of explosive, theatrical rage. This is a test of discretion and social awareness. This is a far more complex challenge than a simple physical confrontation. Can D'Artagnan navigate a delicate and embarrassing social situation? Can he handle the vanity and temperament of his future colleagues, who often rely on illusion and appearance to do their work? A clumsy agent could have turned this into a public scandal, further damaging Porthos's standing. Again, D'Artagnan does not back down. He faces the enraged giant not with fear, but with a sharp wit, accepting the duel and showing he is willing to stand by his actions even when they cause offense. He has passed the second, more complex test. He has shown he can navigate social conflict without being intimidated and without escalating the situation unnecessarily. The third encounter is with Aramis, the deep cover agent, the master of secrets. D'Artagnan sees Aramis in conversation with other men and points out a lady's handkerchief that he has dropped. By doing so, he threatens to expose Aramis's secret connection to a powerful woman, a critical intelligence asset. Aramis reacts with a cold, almost serpentine fury, veiled under a cloak of feigned piety and scholarly debate. This is the most dangerous test of all, a test of handling sensitive information. D'Artagnan has stumbled upon a piece of active intelligence, a clue to a secret affair that could have political ramifications. How he handles this information is critical. His handling of the situation, though clumsy, shows he is not a gossip or a blackmailer. He returns the handkerchief, but his comments show he has understood its significance, proving his perception. He accepts the duel, proving he can face the consequences of his discoveries without revealing the secret to others. In the space of less than an hour, D'Artagnan has, without realizing it, proven to the three top agents of the Musketeers that he possesses the core qualities: courage under fire, discretion in social situations, and the ability to handle sensitive information. He has survived a gauntlet of psychological and social tests, each one more complex than the last. The final exam takes place at the dueling ground, the Carmes Deschaux Monastery. This is the moment of truth. Just as D'Artagnan is about to fight Athos, they are interrupted by the Cardinal's guards, led by the formidable M. de Jussac. This is no longer a test. It is a live fire mission. The rivalry between the King's Musketeers and the Cardinal's Guards is, as we've established, a proxy war between two intelligence agencies. This is a border skirmish in their ongoing Cold War, a clash between two factions vying for dominance in the streets of Paris. Jussac and his men are there to arrest the King's men, an act of political intimidation and an assertion of the Cardinal's authority. The Musketeers are outnumbered, 3 against 5. This is D'Artagnan's moment of truth, his final loyalty test. He has two choices. He can step aside, as a civilian would, and let the King's men be arrested. This would be the logical, self-preserving choice. He has no official standing, he owes them nothing. Or he can choose a side, throwing his lot in with the very men he was about to fight. His decision to draw his sword and fight alongside the Musketeers is the single most important decision of his life. It is an irrevocable declaration of allegiance. He is choosing the king's faction over the cardinals. He is choosing honor and camaraderie over personal safety. This is the moment he stops being a candidate and becomes an operative. He is now, in action and in spirit, one of them. The battle itself is his field assessment. He doesn't just fight, he excels. He strategically takes on Jussac, one of the most skilled swordsmen in France, and wounds him. His performance proves not only his loyalty, but his exceptional skill. He is not just willing, he is able. When the battle is won, when the cardinal's men are defeated, the four men are no longer adversaries. They are brothers in arms, a unit forged in combat. The famous cry, "All for one and one for all," is not just a cheer. It is the verbal confirmation of a new intelligence cell being formed, a pact of mutual protection and loyalty. D'Artagnan has passed his interview with flying colors. He has been tested by the best and has emerged not just as an equal, but a valuable new asset. He has entered the antechamber as a boy from the provinces and leaves it as the fourth musketeer, a newly minted agent in the service of the king, ready to be deployed into the great game of nations. His adventure, the real, dangerous adventure, has truly begun. Thank you for joining me in the Emotive Archive.